Hello everyone, welcome to another race analysis video with Mo Allen. In this ride, I am racing the Shimano Find Your Fast Stage 2 event. This is in range 1, so my Zwift Racing Score puts me in the 390 to 509 category for this particular, or 510, sorry, category. For this particular range for the event. I've never heard this range terminology for races before. Those, I believe, range 1, range 2, and advanced, each with the Zwift Racing Score ranges being slightly different. Anyway, this Outer Scotland loop is, well, there's 2 laps of Outer Scotland. The entire race is 22.5 kilometers, 209 meters of elevation. This was raced on a Wednesday afternoon. My nutrition was 2 scoops of my Infinite Premium Fructose Blend. You can find the link to the Infinite product in the description. I had 2 scoops of that with 20 ounces of cold water during the warm-up, about 15 minutes before. So my strategy for this one, it's relatively flat, bumpy, but relatively flat overall. And the little inclines suit my short power bursts well. My rider weight is 95 kilograms, so I have to put out, quite a bit of power to get up these inclines, comparable to other riders who may weigh dozens of kilograms less. However, especially if I get a good lead-in speed into a incline, and draft up an incline, I can use that, which I did several times during this race. I can use that to propel my way up part of the climb and stay with the group. So I plan to stay with the front group for as long as I can. I'm not looking early on to chase any small number of riders, but if a certain percentage of the peloton gets away, then my goal is to try to stay with the front, and only stay with the front on breakaways, depending on how many riders in the breakaway. So I didn't do any recon on this route. So I was kind of going into it blind, seeing the route profile and the mini map to the top right there. The silhouetted profile at the bottom of that map was my first view into what this route would be like. So I was happy early on you can see me here up around 100 RPM, 3 minutes in. I was happy early on to be finding power to stay with the group in high RPM. I felt strong to start this ride. I had a rest day the previous day where I just did a 25-minute core strength routine, and I didn't have any riding or running or swimming. And I think that helped me going into this one. So I felt good at this high cadence. You can see me here up over 100 RPM and putting out 350 watts. I mean, this is an encouraging sign from me. I know it's early, but this kind of lasts for the entire race, which was pretty good. And surprising, honestly. I wasn't sure. I've been sort of running out of gears on the bike. I think I need to get a bigger cassette or get my Stages SB20 indoor bike fixed. I have that bike and I fried the computer with my sweat, so it's currently a brick. I don't know if you can see it behind me there in the video, but it's back there under that drawing. Anyway, so here we are. Was happy with the group. I also didn't know what power-ups there were going to be, so when I saw people get the anvil power-up before I did, I knew that I'd have to pick my times to use that. I think I was pretty good with power-ups use selection in this ride. Overall, I felt really good in this ride in a way I hadn't in this race, in a way that I hadn't in many previous races. So I was really happy with this. I'll leave you to watch the fireworks. There are some good battles here. You'll see the examples of me being able to use, especially if I'm going into a incline after coming off a decline, I can really use that rider weight coming down the decline, which happens a couple of places here. Use that rider weight coming down the decline to propel myself up the incline. So I felt, even though, none of these climbs are long, or inclines or bumps are long, but I was able to stay with the group and felt strong going up them all. So I'll leave you to watch what happens, and I'll come back at the end to talk about it. So here we go with 1 kilometer to go. Still with the front here, which is great. There is a moment here towards the last turn where I almost let go. I thought that I was not going to be able to stay with the group. And I almost sort of backed off, but I stayed with it and was able to stay with the group, which I was happy with. So here we go, 0.4 kilometers to go, going up a hill, winding around, coming towards the last turn here. So this is what I was talking about. Here, a little bit before this, I thought, oh, I'm not going to be like, they're gone, right? And at this point, there's several riders in front, and I didn't have the best sprint. I usually try to target around, especially for a ride of this relatively short distance. I usually try to get over 1,000 watts, but I had a fairly decent sprint for second place here, which was really encouraging. I think I raced this well. I think the pace was well. I emptied the tank at the right times. Like I said, I was able to be efficient with my cadence to power ratio, and I was really happy with where I finished here. So you can see here, second in both Zwift and Zwift Power. Zwift Racing Score went up to 507 there, which is skirting with the next category, I think. And yeah, really happy with this one. I appreciate you all watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. If there's anything you think that I could have improved on, or you have questions about, or any comments, happy to hear them. Any questions about my training or coaching, the link to my coach's website is in the description as well. I appreciate you all watching. I hope you stay healthy, stay fit, and I will talk to you later.